Alright guys, the mutant drought is finally over, man. I think the last mutant was Captain Britain back in 2022, which is a very long time, man. I think it was like over a year in total. But yeah, now we have a new mutant character, and this one is pretty interesting. Dani Moonstar, she's a pretty interesting character. She has a lot of new mechanics, but she also has some pretty standard ones like Prowess and all that. But she also has that falter right there, right? So basically, every 10 hits you get an illusion, right? And you can convert that into a falter passive. And that's how you build like your prowess and your neural arrows. And those are like it's her new ability that like either inflicts neural shocks on the opponent or it helps you get your overloaded passive, which does a lot of damage to the opponent overall. So yeah, just a pretty like cool kit right here. Here we drop the SP2, we get the overload passive, which gives us extra energy damage. And yeah, pretty nice SP2 there. No crit unfortunately, but you know what? You can't rely on the crit because she doesn't have like extra precision or whatnot. So yeah, that's kind of like a drawback of her for sure. There's no guarantee with this champion like on if she'll crit or not, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And yeah, we dropped the SP1 here. Nice crit there. I mean, that wasn't even a crit. It was just nice damage. And that was like 58 seconds, which isn't too bad at all, right? 58 seconds for like 200,000 health. It's pretty decent for a 5-star character. And yeah, now we have Realm of Legends right here. And she kind of works weird because her damage output, it's pretty linear. So like, it doesn't get better as the fight goes on, but it also doesn't get worse. So yeah, it's just a very constant fight time, like no matter the health pool, I feel like. So yeah. But to be fair, that has its pros and cons because, like, you know, a pro of it is she's not like a Corvus Glaive type of character, but a con is in longer health pools, like longer fights, she does get like a bit outclassed overall. But besides that, just a very constant character. Her fight time does fluctuate though overall because, you know, the crit on the SP2, like if that last hit crits, that saves a ton of time. And yeah, she's just like another crit reliant mutant character that doesn't have precision, unfortunately. We kind of like got past that with like Captain Britain and whatnot, but now we're back to it, which it's whatever. We get the crit there though, it's pretty dang nice. And yeah, this fight, that just like, that took off a lot of health, obviously, right? So just, it goes to show, if you get that crit, the fight time becomes like a lot shorter overall. So here we're just going to drop the SP1, and it does some pretty nice damage. I think we get a crit on the end to end the fight. And yeah, no crit, I lied, I'm sorry, I lied, I apologize. That was not a crit, obviously, but that was about 2 minutes and 5 seconds, which it's pretty decent for a 5-star character. And now we have this right here. This is just showcasing her slow, which it's kind of decent, but also not too decent because for like maximum efficiency, you want to just keep doing SP1s, and honestly, it becomes like a lot like less fun to play her when you just do that because the damage output just is not good at all. So here we drop the SP2. We activate the illusion to hope that he doesn't like throw his SP1, and here we can drop the slow again. So yeah, it's decent. You can like use the SP2 sometimes, but you just can't use it all the time like when you do the slow rotation. And yeah, it just leads to a massive damage loss overall, I feel like. But her prowess is pretty cool because it lets her take like standard mutant lanes. I feel like prowess still is the meta for mutant characters, and like 8.2 kind of proved that. But here we're back in 7.4. And this is a mutant node where like you get a lot of benefit if you have prowess. And you know what? Dani Prowess, Dani Moonstar has prowess. That's a cool nickname though, Dani Prowess. That's pretty cool. I just made that up accidentally because I don't know how to talk, but you know what? That was on purpose, actually. I'm lying. That was on purpose. It wasn't. I lied there again. I'm just lying so much this video, huh? But anyways, Dani Moonstar, she has access to easy prowess. So yeah, it just makes her a very like simple fight. And the damage output when you get to the SP2 is quite nuts. It is quite nuts. So you're gonna see here, we're gonna go for the illusion, right? Then we're gonna drop the SP2 after we have 5 neural arrows. And yeah, the damage output, it's nice, man. Just a bunch of crits, and then boom, 112,000 damage, and that ends the fight in like 57 seconds, which is pretty dang solid. And then we have this right here. So when she's awakened, she gains a marked passive when the opponent drops below 10% health. And what that does is, it reduces the ability accuracy of immortality, regeneration, indestructible, and like, I think one more thing, it's pretty good. And you're gonna see right here that my Hercules is awakened, right? But we go for a hit, and he just drops dead. like no immortality happen at all, and that's pretty dang cool. But to be fair, she's also not good against Hercules, so it's kind of like why does she have this type of situation? But you know what, it's pretty cool. And yeah, there's the first look at Dani Moonstar. She looks pretty fun. She is pretty fun. She has some nice utility as well. The damage output, it's pretty decent in like short matchups for sure. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on Dani Moonstar, and that's about it for me.